Hello. Apologies for being about 30 minutes late. I was having a bit of issues with connection issues. But I'm here now. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How do I sound? Do you like the background music? Hello, hello, hello. So, for the agenda today, I'm just going to be going through a bit of a PowerPoint for you that I set up. Just going through some basic things, you know. Well, let's get right on to it. Alright. So, the basic stream plan that I have today is a bit of a basic info, likes, dislikes, my tags, discussing a fan name, and stuff about the asset/layout credits. Now, if you saw on this screen, I am the Alchemist of Moonflame. A little bit more on that later. But, yeah, you might be a bit confused as what this means. But as I said, a little bit more on that later. Going through this slide again. My name is Monan Lyulph. Monan derives from the word Mona, which is Old English for the word moon. And Lyulph is a combination of the words fire and wolf. Together, they mean fire wolf, or a flaming wolf. So, my name means Moon of Flaming Wolf. Bit on the nose on some things, as something about myself is I have fire powers. I have an ability over fire. My species is werewolf. That's somewhat of a sore subject, as you might imagine. But moving on. My birthday is on October 16th. I'm a bit of a Halloween baby, aren't I? And onto my pronouns. These are some important ones. My pronouns are he and they. You can use whichever one you want interchangeably, or you can use both. As for my age, I'm in my 20s. Now, it's not really going to specify that, but I am in my 20s. Now onto my height. In my normal form, the one you see as what I'm appearing as now, without counting my ears, I'm roughly 163 centimeters tall. But in my werewolf form, I'm roughly 180. I get kind of tall. As for my occupation, I am an alchemist. I like experimenting around with certain potions and such. It's very relaxing. Although, it's not as relaxing whenever things kind of blow up in your face. That certainly is not something relaxing. Now, onto my languages. I am fluent in English, as you can tell, and I know French, but I'm not fluent, unfortunately. And onto my hex code. This right here is what my hex code is. It's sort of a pinkish reddish color, kind of like what's in my hair a little bit. Kind of the transitional color in my hair. And origin. I am a human from, and as you can see, that's redacted. More on that on a later date. But I was originally human until I got bit by a werewolf. What are you ayoing? Are you ayoing my height? And as for my Oshi marks are a flame, and I forget what this is called, but it'll be searched under you can search under that with alchemy. It's alchemy related, so I thought fitting. And on to my tags. Or my likes and dislikes, rather. Excuse me. Some things that I like. I like to draw. I like character creation. I like music. I had a feeling it was the height that you were ayoing. I like singing. I like writing stories. I like cartoons and anime. Those are very fun. I like spicy and savory food. Mostly because I grew up eating spicy and savory foods, and bland food is just kind of gross. Just like, not that great. I like to cook. Something that I love to do. I like cooking because that's very, very fun. Um, I like ASMR. It helps me sleep. It's very nice that having some nice calming sounds to listen to when you're sleeping. I'm really interested in space, like things like nebulas, the stars, how planets and how stars form. It's just very interesting to me. Another thing that I like are animals, real and fantasy. So, one animal that I really like are birds. Yes, bland food is gross. Very gross. There's quite a bit of a delay, but that's alright. Some animals that I do like, obviously, as one might expect, I do like wolves. I always have, even after the whole werewolf thing. Kind of lost my interest in them a bit, but hey, don't have as much of an issue with it now. Kind of learned to live with it, you know? To go on things like this, I like drawing animals mostly. Those are somewhat easier for me to draw. I don't know why. Probably because I just kind of grew up drawing them. Character creation, that's something I like to do in terms of like figuring out, you know, the what a creature or a character would look like. It's very interesting in that process. These two things, I love listening to music and I love singing while listening to music, so that's something that's fun to do. Writing stories. I am a bit of a storyteller at some points. Cartoons and anime, very, very fun to watch. Very entertaining. Now on to things I dislike. Bland food at the top of the list, as I mentioned earlier. Some other things I don't like are red onions. They're kind of gross. They taste awful. It's too strong. I have a sensitive palate. I don't like cauliflower. I hate cauliflower. I should make covers. That's something I might try to do in the future. Depends on how well I can record and stuff. Peppers is another thing I don't like. They, as much as and now you may be thinking, if you like spicy food, then why don't you like peppers? They give me acid reflux. Last time I had peppers on a pizza, I got acid reflux so bad that it was just kind of hurt a lot. Because it was a mixture of, stomach acid and pepper juice. Ugh. Never again. Never, never again. Some other things I don't like. Bugs or spiders. I am absolutely terrified of bugs and spiders. If it's a bug that flies in my face, and I don't see what it is until after I screech, I will be afraid of it for that moment. Until I realize it might be like a butterfly or something that's like, oh, it can't hurt me. Still be on edge though. Going into bugs though, I especially do not like, wasps. I am absolutely terrified of wasps. And then most bugs are gross, you gotta admit. Yes, jumping spiders are very cute. They are very cute. I would like them to be very, very far away from me, though, if that's fine. As long as it doesn't jump on me, I'm fine with it. Another thing I don't like certain food or tactile textures. I have, sensory issues in that regard, and certain foods, they're just not it. Certain foods are just not it, man. They're just Certain food textures especially. Like gelatin. I cannot stand gelatin. It's just something about it. Just too soft, too squishy. I don't like that. It's kind of gross. As for tactile textures, some textures like cloth, some cloth textures are just too scratchy. And then, slime? Like, make it, like, with glue and stuff. Yeah, I can't stand the texture of that. It's just, it's just bad. It's just bad, man. It's just really, really bad. But another thing I don't like is being in places that are too hot or too cold. I do not like being cold very much. Nor do I like being hot all that much either. Being in a place that's just too cold, I'm just like, too cold. Don't like that. Don't like being cold. But I also very much hate being hot. Because at least with when you're cold, you can always put more on and bundle up. But in places that are too hot, you eventually run out of clothes to take off. Because either you're at home and you can be naked, or you're out in public, and you kinda can't do that because you will get arrested. Another thing I don't like, silver. That one's kind of self-explanatory since I'm a werewolf and all, but yeah. Yeah, being hot is the worst. Yeah, it sucks. It really does. Being hot is the worst, man. It's just like, I feel tired and I can't do anything. It sucks. Yeah, the silver here is very, very self-explanatory. Being a werewolf, kind of burns a bit. It's kind of like an allergic reaction almost. It's not very pleasant at all. Like, whatsoever. It's just bad. It hurts. Yeah, being too hot and too cold. No. Other things I don't like. This one especially after becoming a werewolf. High-pitched noises. I can hear a lot better than I used to before the whole turning thing. And just high-pitched noises, they hurt. They hurt my ears. They hurt a lot. It sucks. I hate it. I don't like high-pitched noises. They hurt. They make me want to cry. Another thing I don't like. This one, however, is related to fears. I am not too fond of puppets or mannequins. They're quite creepy. Sometimes when it's super quiet. Oh, that I think is called tinnitus. I get that sometimes too. It sucks. Just like, oh yes, I'm just enjoying my music, and then suddenly, ringing in my ear. It's like, well, thank you for that. Phantom noise. But another thing that I dislike, liars. I don't like it when people lie to me. It doesn't feel too great. And I especially don't like it when people lie to me to try to manipulate me to do things. That is something I hate with a passion. Yeah, loud noises also hurt. It's just bad. Oof. Yeah, that might be it. Now, on to some other things that I like, such as games, music, and cartoons and anime. Some games that I like. I like Breath of the Wild. It is a phenomenal game. Love it. I've put so many hours into that game. It is unreal. I always get distracted when I play that game. I'm just like, ooh, shiny thing, what is that? And then I get sidetracked for like 5 hours of game time. It's like, oh, what was I doing? Oh, this thing! There's things to collect. Woo! Other games that I like are Stardew Valley. That one's one that I've started playing recently, and honestly, it's one of my favorites. so far. It's really pretty. It's very fun to play. I also really like to play Minecraft, mostly because I like to build things. Or at least try to, anyway. I still have yet to figure out how to build impressive builds by myself without a tutorial, but hey, I'm learning. It especially doesn't help that a lot of updates to the game happened when I stopped playing, and then I'm like, oh, I'm lost now. What are these things? I also really like Pokemon. The first Pokemon game that I actually played was Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Ultra Sun. I was about to say Ultimate, then I realized that's not what the name is. But that was the first Pokemon game that I was introduced to, and I've played pretty much every one since. Yeah, Minecraft's pretty, not too complicated to learn, but it can be complicated in some parts. You might be wondering what this one is. Obey me. Let me look it up just to be sure that I'm not getting it incorrect. The type of game that this is. It is an otome dating simulation game. I thought that's what it was, but I had to Google it just to be sure. This one, I just like it, okay? It's kind of interesting. The lore is kind of weird and wacky, but, you know. Ooh, someone else that knows Obey Me. That's not something I've seen a lot in a lot of these circles, although I tend to just not go looking either. Other games that I like, Among Us. It's very fun to just, in a video game, just do little tasks and kill your friends. It's very funny. It's a very funny game. But, yeah. It's always fun to be imposter as well. It's like, who should I go after first, I wonder? And then it's just always fun to make people infight whenever you're imposter. It's like, yes, fight amongst yourself and not figure out who it is that killed, for it was I, but you don't know that. But another game that I really, really like is Genshin Impact. I've actually played Genshin for about as long as it's been out. I started playing around the time that Tartaglia was released. Yes, I have a bit of an evil mind sometimes. But moving back onto Genshin, since my chat is very delayed, unfortunately. Genshin Impact is a game that I have played since roughly the time that Tartaglia's first run had come out, around that time. And it is a game that I've enjoyed ever since, even if I'm on and off again with it. Another game that I really like is Sky Children of the Light. It's a very pretty game. Very, very pretty game. And you get to fly. How cool is that? You can fly in that game. Of course, you make sure to have enough of your light to fly. Or, well, glide around and possibly go further up in some spots. But it's a very, very fun and very, very pretty game. I love it. A game that I have on here that I haven't played is FNAF. I actually haven't played that game, but I really do enjoy it. Sky Children of the Light is, you can play it on mobile, or you can play it on your computer, I believe. But I know for sure you can play it on your phone. It is kind of like, I think it might be kind of similar to Genshin in terms of, the ability that you can play on different platforms. But it's very fun. But, FNAF is a game that I, haven't played, but I love the lore for it. It's very, very interesting, the lore for this game. you know? Where's my mouse? There it is. Oh, whoops. There we go. FNAF is a game that, yeah, I really enjoy the lore of it. It's even if it's a bit convoluted at times. It's very interesting when you look into it. It's just like, what's going on here? I also really like open world games because I like to kind of just explore, you know, go all sorts of places, collect all sorts of things. It's very fun. Another game I've started playing recently, Hollow Knight. It's a very, very cute art style, and it's very fun. A bit of a... I don't normally go for platformers, but this is very fun. And the last on my list of games, Ace Attorney. I absolutely love this game. I love the games. They're so fun. I've only really played through part of, like, the first game, but it's really, really fun to play. Just figuring out, okay, what did this happen? What happened? Who did this? Who actually killed this person? Because that's kind of the thing that's in that game. People die. Things happen. It's very interesting. Also, did you know that Ace Attorney was an anime? Yeah, it was an anime. I don't know how many people knew about this, but it was it was an anime. That's for certain. Sorry. Just fixing something. But yeah, Ace Attorney was it was an anime, yeah. They have, it was, of the first 3 games, because this was I believe it came out before the Apollo Justice trilogy came out, and before the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, but it follows the journey of Phoenix Wright and in his defense attorney endeavors. Although it does skip one of the cases, so that's probably why they didn't further it and add the later trilogies. Because one of the cases they skipped was very integral. I can't speak. Very important to some of the characters and stuff. So if they did reboot that and have like another thing to it, they'd have to like do a weird thing with flashbacks and shit and stuff. But music that I like. I really like alternative music and varieties that come with it. My favorite band is Set It Off. I absolutely love their music. It is so good. Another person's music that I really like is Renzoto. His music's very fun to listen to. Very nice. Another person's, individual persons that, or indeed, persons that musics that I really like is Cosmo Sheldrake. It's very odd, we'll admit, but it's very fun to listen to. I really also like metalcore, because I just, sometimes you just gotta listen to something that just sounds really loud, and just want to scream. You know? That's how it be sometimes. Other types of music that I really like are hard rock. That and metalcore. Sometimes I just really like to listen to, really loud music. You know? Sometimes I just really like to listen to really loud music. It's very fun. I also really like Owl City. Owl City has great music. Another genre that I really like is electro swing. Just, it's very fun. It's very modern take on an old style of music. It's just really fun. Another person whose music that I really like is Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift does really good music. I especially like her song "I Kissed a Girl" because, yes, Queen Slay, be gay. be bi, or whatever your sexuality is. Be free, be yourself. I also really like Queen because Bohemian Rhapsody was a song. It's a really great song. Another band that I really like is Fish in a Birdcage, which there's actually a song that has that same name. It's a very interesting song. It's very nice to listen to. It's got like stringed instruments, like not guitar, but like violin or cello. It's very interesting. And I also really like Vocaloid. Vocaloid is just very fun to listen to. I discovered it, like, I think the first Vocaloid song that I discovered was, that one song, it's like Echo. Like the Echo in a Mirror. Yes, we stand Queen in this channel. And on to cartoons and anime that I like. Some cartoons that I really loved as a kid and growing up were Gravity Falls, more recent release, The Owl House, because yes, we need LGBTQ plus representation. Please let it be normalized in media, because it's normal to be this way. Not everybody's the same. And just magical fun times that are also just kind of like, what the hell's going on? Another show that I really liked, kind of like Gravity Falls, that was kind of going on at the same time, or at least reruns were, Wander Over Yonder. That was a very, very fun show. Another show, which was a movie first, then it had shorts, then TV shows, How to Train Your Dragon. Loved those movies. They were great. The third one was a bit weak in some characterization, as you'll probably see on a lot of stuff. But the TV shows were pretty solid. And then some anime that I like. I really like Yuri on Ice. It's very fun. It's just the buildup of romance. It's so great. The animation is so pretty too. Like, oh my gosh. Another one that I really like is Fairy Tail. I haven't fully watched that one, but from what I remember of it, it's very good. I know! I wish Yuri on Ice would have made a second season! Like, what happened? Why couldn't they make a second one? Please! Give us something! Let the queer ice skaters be! Let them exist! Please! But, yeah, Fairy Tail. That was an anime. I haven't finished that one, and I haven't watched it in a while, but I do remember loving it a lot. So that's kind of like for this nostalgia. I also really like My Hero Academia because it's so fun. In later seasons, you just kind of go, what's going on? Uh-oh. But it starts off so cool. Like, it's kind of like, the anime version of Sky High, the Disney movie, if you think about it that way. Anime version of Sky High. That's a sentence I've said today. But another anime that I like is Pokemon. I was about to say Yuri on Ice again, then I was like, I've already said that. I like a lot of the things of Pokemon. I've seen a few. I've seen a bit of Black. I've seen a bit of the Sun and Moon, like the series. I haven't seen much of the newer ones, but I did watch a good chunk of like the original series, like the original season. It was great. It was lovely. It was nice to watch. It was very it was very interesting, I'll say. Just especially knowing some of the episodes that were like banned. Like, I'm pretty sure there was an episode that got banned that like there was a gun. Like, I kid you not, I'm pretty sure that was an episode. Do I know why they had a gun? No. I'm kind of curious as to why the person had a gun, but apparently he did. But, moving on. Moving on to my tags. My general tag is Monan Lyulph. My live tag is Lyulph. My clipping tag is Clippins. My art tag, Manifesto. My NSFW tag is Monan. Assets are Monassets. Thumbnails is Monnail. And the meme tag is Joe Monan. That took me a bit to think on, actually. The meme tag. I was like, I kept thinking of, what can I do for the meme tag that'd be funny? And then I randomly went, what if I made a Joe Mama joke with my meme tag? And then I put it in. The meme tag. Yeah. I'm glad y'all like it. Something that we also need to do is figure out what you guys want to be called. I have no idea what to possibly call you guys. Like, what the fan name should be. Like, I genuinely don't know. I cannot think of anything. Cause, it's just not coming to me. I don't know why. But, oh, something that I forgot to mention, but just realized. If you look closely at my eyes, they're two different colors. I have what some people might call heterophobia. Or wait, no. That's heterochromia. Mon Nation Moonpack Moonpuppers? IDK, something with the moon and wolves. That's really funny. Yes, heterochromia. That's what it is. Probably after stream, I'll probably put like a poll up to figure out what the heck the fan name could be called. I too have heterophobia. Sometimes people be doing strange things, and you're just kind of like, okay, I guess. Y'all doing things. I don't know what y'all doing, but y'all doing things. But onto the credits slide. The logo design and model art was actually made by myself. In a way, you could technically think of it as I am my own mama. But that's kind of a weird thing to think of, so yeah. The schedule, layout, and stinger were made by Sony Prok on Etsy. So credits to them, and go and check out their stuff. They have a lot of cool stuff on Etsy. It was really nice. The BGM is something I also made. It was something I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do my own thing. So I did my best, and this is what I came up with. I hope you like it. And then the slideshow template was made by SlideGo. It's very, very nice. Very pretty. Yeah. The Sony Prok has a few other things, I think, and they're really pretty. This layout also has a sort of ocean, like, wave thing for the background. They had two different ones. I liked this one. But they have another one that, like, is kind of ocean-based. Like, ocean wave. It's very pretty. But, yeah. That's all I have for that. So, wonder what we could do for the, you know, fan name. Fan name's gonna be probably a bit of work in progress until we can figure out something. But hey, better late than never with that, you know? I do like the Mon Nation thing, though. It's very nice. Might go with that. I don't know. Or if I ever get to do membership, I could just do Mon Nation as the membership thing. As for what this is gonna be probably be my just chatting stream. Or stream? Screen. I can't speak. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. So they're gonna have to figure out what I have to do for fan name. But yeah. Thank you. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the next little transition thingy, because yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's gonna hope you guys enjoyed the BGM for this, because I made this as well. But I'm gonna get ready for my little horror stream I'm gonna have in a bit. So see you in a few minutes.